Welcome to the AskOkey Podcast, coming to you live, at least we're live at this point, in Studio 2. Pete here, as usual, probably getting sick and tired of seeing me introduce these things, but anyway, and my guest, of course, Prof. Okey, I ask, and he's Okey. If you haven't joined us before, you're most welcome. We're very happy to have you with us. If you have joined us on previous occasions, welcome back, and thank you very much for continuing to tune in. Prof, good evening, good day, and welcome, as always.
Thank you, Pete.
Most welcome, in fact. Today's word is timid, as in timorous, shy, retiring. And I chose timid because timid is probably the very last word that would come to your mind were you thinking of my guest, Okey. So if you're looking for timid, look elsewhere. And one of you out there on, I think it was YouTube, said, Pete is rocking the Northern Lights. Thank you very much. I have no idea what you mean by that. So please go back to your comments and clarify. Prof, do you know what the Northern Lights, I know what the Northern Lights are. Do you know what it means, rocking the Northern Lights?
I really have no idea. It must be some modern figure of speech, I would imagine.
Well, you're fairly, I'm not modern, but you're fairly modern.
I'm fairly modern.
Prof, or is it some sort of tailoring code that I missed?
I have absolutely no idea.
Anyway, thank you anyway.
It must be some I guess, urban colloquialism.
Maybe. Thank you anyway.
Which I am not aware of.
I've never been accused of rocking anything, so thank you very much. It's nice to know there are people out there who have that sort of idea. And we have with us, everybody, for the first time, I think, in podcast history, we have a casual Prof. No tie, no suit, just what? Raided the cupboard and threw it on?
Yeah. It's been a long week, Pete, and it's just the end of a long week, and it's summer. It's getting quite humid out there, and
it is.
And I just had to put on something that feels a little bit relaxed.
How are the mighty fallen, as they say? Because the idea that Prof would be so worn out that he couldn't go and put on his tie. But anyway, refreshing to see you in the ascot, I think. Let the people have a proper look at it, proper deco at it.
Of course, this is our standard flat front trousers.
Flat front, again, I think a first for
it's
a podcast.
Summer, and one with our safari jacket.
Yes, indeed.
This is our standard safari jacket.
Yes.
It's a 3-button classic cut. It's cut with a structured shoulder, with canvasing, of course. And the color is summer appropriate, wouldn't you say?
Teal, light teal and cream
and with
color.
A cream color. What do you call this?
The base.
Dog teeth.
Hound's teeth, yes. Fair-sized hound, by the looks of things. Yeah.
Slightly larger than what.
Yes, I've got a smaller hound.
A more sort of.
Mine, yeah. And an ascot in Old Etonian colors, everybody. So that's
navy and white.
Navy and light blue.
Navy and white. Actually,
is it? Oh, is it white? Is it okay?
Yes.
But a white shirt, Prof.
Yes, it's a white shirt. It's just a neutral palette, a neutral background. It is a very neutral palette.
Yes.
Especially ground everything else.
Yes. Indeed.
You could think of other colors, but I think just tonight I just didn't want to think.
Right. Well, there we are.
I just wanted to put on something simple.
Yeah.
Simple color base that works together. You can't go wrong with your dark navy linen pants or midnight.
Yes.
With something like this, just provides the contrast, and a white shirt is just a neutral canvas.
Yeah.
And of course, you use an ascot just to give it a little bit of flair.
Further,
Thank you.
Have a chair. And you could wear those midnight linen ones. Those could be worn with for example, the ivory sports jacket. That would look quite, in the evening, that would look quite smart, wouldn't it?
Of course, you could do that. Navy pants are notoriously difficult to pair. I've always said that they're notoriously difficult to pair, but it goes with anything lighter, light brown, tan, ivory, gray jackets, gray odd jackets, and a few other things, but they're very, very difficult to pair.
Yeah, well, you have to have some jackets that are lighter than the trousers. Otherwise, it looks very, very odd indeed.
We didn't do a 360.
We didn't do a 360.
I'm just going to stand up and do a
360.
The 360, the PROFF pose.
The full deal.
The full pose. So there you have it.
Yep, you do.
There you have it. It's our classic safari coat.
Yes, which has the same side vents as the regular jacket, like mine.
The only fancy thing here is just essentially the bellows
pockets. Yes.
Bellow patch pockets, which of course you could have them done in bellow pockets, or you could have a regular patch pockets.
But you don't have a bellows breast pocket.
No, the breast pockets, because it just gets too busy.
Right.
It gets too crowded.
But you also cut this one with a square corner, whatever you call
because safaris ought to be cut with a square, quarter. So this is the quarter. Safaris are cut with a square quarter, not quite unlike your traditional
where they're
jackets,
cut away.
which have a curve. Yes.
Interesting. And you have this something or other collar. I forget what you call it. There's a name for that collar that points down, isn't there?
It's an Ulster.
An Ulster collar.
Correct.
Okay.
So it's an Ulster style collar.
Right.
Well, slight Ulster, not quite.
Right.
But just almost halfway there. It's a slight, it's Ulster style collar.
Yes, interesting. And the flat front trousers.
Yes.
Which do you recommend in the linen, or just because they're a bit casual?
Well, these, as you know, they're actually, by AskOkey standards, these are literally skinnies.
They are, aren't they? Shocking, yes.
These are skinnies by AskOkey standards.
They certainly
are probably my slimmest.
Wow.
My slimmest trousers.
Again, a podcast first, I think.
So, for those who insist that AskOkey only makes big trousers, we do actually make normal. It depends. I mean, these are casual trousers. They're flat front. They're lower rise. Because they're flat front, they're lower rise. They don't have a fishtail. It comes with side adjusters.
Which don't work very well.
Which don't work that well, which is why I have on suspenders. But as you can see, they're what you might call sort of mid-rise.
Well, these are the chino.
Yes,
but they're not in the khaki color.
Exactly.
Yes.
This is the chino cut. It's about, I would call this a mid-rise. You're wearing a proper high-rise. But
that's right. Yes.
With these, the flat fronts, I prefer to have the rise slightly lower than with your dress trousers.
Now, you can get these done in the made-to-measure as well as the bespoke.
You can have them not only done in the made-to-measure, but if you want to have them belted as well, you could opt to have them belted. That's right, there's belt
loops, isn't there?
So they have the dropped.
Yes, but do they have this band coming across?
No, because if you're going to have a belt loop, you have to change the waistband completely. It has to be different. So with the belt loops, we have the dropped belt loop.
Yeah, that's
which
right.
Which essentially starts from here.
Yeah, which are really good
because it cinches the waist
I know, at the waist,
well.
and then you get, and then you can have a good high rise.
When you have the regular belt,
I know they hang down.
It starts to turn inward,
and it turns inward. Yes.
You see, it starts to turn.
Yes.
The belt starts to pull the trouser inward.
I know,
like that.
I know, all too well.
And it deforms the waistband with time. But with the dropped belt loops. It cinches.
Yeah, because it's right here.
Exactly. It cinches you lower.
Which is right on my waistband.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of waists, we're fortunate, Okey, to have in the studio
a very handsome,
a living example of somebody who's just got some new. Mohammed, could you come up here?
A very handsome Mohammed.
Very handsome Mohammed, and Mohammed is wearing his blazer, and those of you who made a joke last time you saw Mohammed about his trousers, you'll notice they're practically dragging on the floor now. They're much longer than the previous pair. But everybody, take a look at it. Made to measure, thousands of miles away from Muhammad, using
Put your
only,
hands by your side. You have to see the silhouette.
using only AI.
It looks sculpted.
It does. It looks
around
sculpted.
him.
It does
like
indeed.
literally looks sculpted around him.
Yes,
I mean,
and
when I first saw
yeah.
it, when I saw him this evening, he looked like a sculpture. Honestly, like
Yes.
everything looked
Yes.
perfectly sculpted around
did.
the
I know,
figure.
I know, yeah. Well, this is why I said it was made by obviously very skillful tailors, but tailors several thousand miles away from Muhammad. So it wasn't like he snuck in.
I mean, look at the shoulders, Pete.
Oh, I know. I've seen them. You know, they're marvelous.
And he's muscular.
And he's muscular.
He's got large biceps,
Oh,
but look
yes.
at how that's sitting.
No,
really
it's sitting
flush
just fine
on both sides.
It's I mean, it's
You can see it's kind
touching
of
the skin
touching
here,
a little bit here,
Yes,
but you have to be careful, especially when you have wide biceps.
Well, otherwise
because
they'd be about that
otherwise
wide.
you'll
I
be
know.
exactly.
Yes.
You would have to extend the shoulders too wide.
Well, they'd start flopping.
It
Or
might
dropping.
also look disproportionate.
Yeah, true,
So
true.
you have to really, it's an art, especially for gentlemen with very well built. You don't want to see this bulging out, but at the
Right.
same time, you have to balance it out with the size of the shoulders. So
Yeah, and at
which
the
is
same
what we've
time,
done.
Muhammad has these muscles. It's a pity not to see them, or at least to see their presence, you know.
Yeah.
So then we've got this quite nice lapel, okay, and this is not exactly like the double-breasted that we used to make, or we make in the Bespoke. It's a bit curved.
It's got a belly to
and
it.
it points up a bit
Yes,
more instead
yes.
of going off to the
Yes,
side.
it's got a belly
Yes.
to it, correct.
Indeed. So well done, Mohammed. Congratulations. And they managed to get the waist, what do you call it, Oki? The waist shape, if I can call it
The waist
that.
suppression.
The waist suppression,
Yes,
that's the word.
absolutely.
The sleeve, I thought they pitched that quite well.
No, the sleeve pitch is perfect. And the sleeve construction is just absolutely a marvel. It's just beautiful. Just look at that.
That roping, you mean?
Look at the roping, absolutely.
yeah,
Just beautiful.
yeah.
Look at the shoulder line.
Yeah.
Very clean.
Yes, it's not pointing, it's pointing
It's not
straight.
breaking. I mean, he's
I see
very
what you
muscular.
mean. Yes.
He's
okay.
got very muscular, so he's got traps, large traps,
okay,
you would
okay.
imagine. But look at that line.
Yes,
Just a
yes,
straight,
absolutely.
beautiful
It's going
line.
straight down.
It's not breaking.
No. Can we see
Let's
inside?
have a look at the trousers.
Definitely.
There we are.
You can take it off. Let's
Yes,
look at the
really,
trousers.
yes, that's it. Yes.
There you go.
Everybody gets a good look at Mohammed there. So what we have is linen, Dugdale linen,
Yes, Lisbon linen,
Lisburn linen, so that's about 13 ounce.
which is exactly what I have on.
exactly the same, is it?
Same bunch.
What is it, 13 ounce linen?
It's about 13 ounce, 11, 12 ounce linen.
11, 12 ounce
It's
linen,
about 11,
very
12
smart.
ounce. It's exactly what I have on.
Yes, very smart there, and the side adjuster, because this is made to measure, so it actually has a waistband, unlike the Bespoke, which doesn't have
But
a
look
waistband.
at that. This is straight out of the box. Look at the break.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah. Very nice. Yeah.
A perfect
Indeed,
break.
yeah, we're doing
Perfect break, perfect
well.
fullness. You turn to the
Yes.
side, just beautiful.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Yes, indeed.
Might need a little bit of, loosening. I mean, I wouldn't say loosening, but, it's a bit fitted around the seat. That it depends on how fitted you want it, but he's a very muscular fellow.
Yeah, Mohammed. Well, that's it. When you, as we say, AskOkey gives form to formless men, but in Mohammed's case, it's not required. But very, very good. And this is,
Kiss test is successful as well.
Yes.
Yes.
yeah. But this
This is double-breasted, so it should overlap.
This is what? This is Maison Hellard?
Marling and Evans.
Marling and Evans, sorry. Marling and Evans. It's a wool and linen blend, everybody. And if you look closely, if we can get the camera to zero in, you can see it's blue, but it's not dark navy. It's
Sort of like an ink blue.
ink blue with little white or little light blue marks in it. So it's got a little bit of, what do I want to call it? Well, it's got a texture, definitely, because it's a sort of basket weave, isn't it?
Correct.
Okay, or is that
No,
just a
this
very
is,
big
it's
twill?
a twill. It's a twill.
Ah, so it is.
It's a
Yes,
linen
sorry.
twill.
Sorry.
Definitely a twill.
Need to fix it.
yes.
Get some
Yeah,
new
it's a
glasses. But it looks different from just a regular dark blue, is what I'm saying, because of these little white or light blue marks in it.
Correct.
Great
Very
stuff.
Good.
Thank you, Mohammed.
Very good. Thank you, Mohammed.
Great
you.
stuff, Mabruk.
Good. We're in good health.
We are. We're in good hands, yes.
Wear it in good health.
Wear it in good health, yes, indeed. Yes, and the extraordinary thing, Oki, is that if you see Mohammed there, you would think that he was sneaking in at night to the tailors, just say, well, just fix it up, when nobody was looking. But in fact, it was made in our workshop in Japan.
Correct.
And Mohammed is here, where we are. And this is what is, of course, interesting and surprising, I think, for everybody, that you can get such an accurate fit. And I wanted to show you this chap. You may have seen this. This is one of our people here. Now, this is a bespoke suit, and this belongs to Omar. And this is the latest one. Let me just flash it up here on the machine. Hang on, there he is. That's Omar's navy suit. Now, I don't recall what that is.
That was a Dogtail Fianot.
Oh, okay. So that's pretty thick.
Yes, it was a Dogtail Fianot, and it was, if I remember very well, it was a hopsack.
Yeah, and it must have been absolutely sweltering out there under the sun in that suit.
Yeah.
But he got the double-breasted in the traditional AskOkey
4x1.
Double-breasted.
In the 4x2.
The 4x2 with the straight peaks.
Correct.
Yes, I must admit, I think what do you think?
I mean, it looks great on him.
Came out fairly well.
It came out very well.
And there's his other suit.
Right. The olive brown Fin Maresco.
That's the Fin Maresco, yes.
Correct.
Which must have been a lot cooler than the Dugdale to be wearing out there in the sun. But he's certainly, and he's our oldest customer, I think.
Well,
Just about.
Well, when you say old,
no, I mean not. But what I mean is our most senior in the sense that he.
Correct.
I think
He
came
was
along first.
actually not only oldest, he was our first officially our first customer on the website after we launched that digital
through
platform.
the website. Yes.
He was the first one to swipe his card
And then
through.
We just recently got this chap. Got his new blazer. Now, it's not in the same Marling and Evans as what Mohammed has, but it's here. And I just wanted we just got sight of it, I think, this week. And I just wanted to show you this because I thought this was particularly striking. Yes, this one here. Now, that's a similar design to Mohammed's.
Correct. Very similar. Different fabric, but very similar. Blazer, navy blazer, with brass buttons.
Yeah, but really looks quite...
6x2. That's Arcia.
That's Arcia. Really quite striking, I think.
Yes, Arcia.
What's interesting is that... One second, I lost this fellow here. Where is he? Where did he go? The thing about Instagram is things jump around and you can't... I can never find them again. I think that's the whole point about Instagram, isn't it? That they come and they go. Where is he? Now, here he is. Yes, okay, there we go. Yeah, this one here, very, very striking shoulders.
That is the same person. That is Arcia.
Yeah, very, very striking shoulders, though, that we managed to get on him. Again, like Mohammed, made in miles away. Arcia's in Spain.
He's in Spain, correct.
And I was astounded at how his shoulders also came out really strikingly angular. Not maybe he's a bit shorter than Mohammed, but again that very good shape that we get on the blazer. So yeah, congratulations, and we're doing something right there. Something I was curious about. Have you seen these? Is this a new style that's going to take over the world, or is it a gimmick? I wanted you to take a look at these. I shared it to Hashim earlier. Now,
well, it's a gimmick as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's artful. I'm not not criticizing. I'm not raining on. It's just a form of expression. They're pleats. So what the designer has done is that it sort of created reverse pockets.
Right.
And then using the end edge of the pocket to create pleats. That's really it. It's just, I mean, it's
something different.
This is never going to be mainstream, but it's something artful. It's something artful that you might, I might even fancy a pair of those, just to wear with a casual shirt.
Yeah, and then there's another one. It's also curious.
Yeah, that kind of looks a bit like Prince. Prince, the artist.
I'm curious.
Is that how he used to wear his trousers, high waist trousers with buttons all the way down?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So that looks like an interpretation of Prince's trousers.
Okay.
But Pete, these are all what you might call artistic expression.
Yes.
I wouldn't consider any of those mainstream tailors or designs. These are people who just want to do something to be different, to look different.
Well, the reason I wanted to ask you about it is because, as we've said, I think a couple of times, there's a sort of a limit to how creative you can get, in the sense that trousers are trousers, and jackets are jackets. But here's somebody who's obviously taken a look and thought, now how could I really get a bit creative with this? How could I do something really radically different? And he's succeeded in doing so. You don't see very many examples of what you'd call a creative rethink of something out there.
Well, not in classic dress, because again, the classic dress by its definition, it's somewhat restrictive. It's somewhat
classic,
because it's classic. Classic means classic, timeless. So it's somewhat restrictive. However, within the boundaries, within the boundaries of I don't want to call them rules, but between those boundary conditions, there's a lot of room for self-expression.
Sure.
You could sort of wear your trousers higher rise. You could wear them lower rise, mid rise. You could have then pleated, double pleated, single pleat. Even triple pleated.
I was going to say that I used to see triple pleats.
Yeah, I mean, I saw they used
80s.
to be a thing back in the 80s. They used to be a thing back in the 80s.
The other thing that I used to see, in fact I had a pair, was a box pleat on the trousers. Do you remember that?
Those, of course. It's like a kissing pleat.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So there's so much, but again, those things are just ideas that come and go. When you look at the standard features of a pair of trousers, you think of single pleat, double pleat, pleatless.
That's it, isn't it? Yeah.
What you do and how you do them, there's so much, quite a bit of room to play around with those.
That's right.
Once you start veering far away from those, then it becomes fashion.
Yes, but it's interesting how those sorts of things, like the box pleat or the kissing pleat, as you said, this chap's idea here, they come in for a year or two and you see people buy them and then they're gone. You know what I mean?
Correct.
And then they disappear.
Well, that's fashion. That's fashion. That is the very nature of fashion. Fashion is it's designed to be that way, to feed on itself. But
they don't come back. This is the thing. Or they come back an awfully long time later.
Correct.
And they never catch on. So
once they're back.
Yeah, they come back and people buy them for a season and then they're gone again. And they never catch on. In other words, they never replace what is there. They never replace the standard. Interesting. Everybody, thank you very much. That's all we've got time for under our new truncated podcast format.
We were just getting started.
I know, that's the terrible thing.
Just digging into it.
We'll be back again soon, and hope you all have a very pleasant day ahead, or evening ahead, as the case may be. Bye for now.